Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So here's another combo video for you guys today. This time it's on my Lost World Dinosaurs. So if you haven't caught the deck profile already, I'll be sure to do the link in the description down below as always. But yeah, Dinosaurs is a really fun deck. It's a really powerful rogue option if you want to go that route. But we're getting new support for the deck, like that Jewel Beast monster, which can pop baby Pterosaurs like more effectively, aside from just relying on Lost World. Or even Ultimate Conductor Tyrannos, so like you could literally run maybe 3 of those now. And then we're also expecting a level 9 Synchro Monster, which is actually pretty nice. So yeah, this like dinosaurs are going to be nuts, especially when MR5 comes out, especially the True King variant. But the Lost World variant will still see a lot of play. I do believe the Shaddoll variant will also be just as effective, or actually even more effective now. So we'll just have to wait and see in the future, see like where the path of dinosaurs really go. But anyway, I just wanted to show you guys 2 test hands like I normally would, and just letting y'all know this is a going second deck. Normally I wouldn't just do like an opening hand, you know, with 5 cards, but with dinosaurs for today, I'll just go and make that exception. So anyway, let's see what we got. Okay, we got Double Evolution Pills, I don't need to search it. Called by the Grave is not bad. Petite Pteranodon, Ultimate Conductor Tyranno, and Lost World. Okay, so overall, already not a bad start, but unfortunately, considering I am where to go first, I'd rely too heavily on the Petite Pteranodon and just hope I can survive a turn with it, because my opponent would most likely search it out. But considering the circumstances, you know, sometimes you'll have to just make do with what you got. Alright, so first you would activate Lost World. Actually, if you wanted to, you could just set the Petite Pteranodon. Most people who just leave like one face down, your opponent's just going to pop it with an effect anyway. And let's say he did, you know, you set this card, you could probably set Called by the Grave if you wanted to, and then you pass turn. Your opponent decides to just pop the monster you had face down, and since Petite would be destroyed by a card effect, you can special summon a level 4 or higher dinosaur monster directly from your deck to your hand, in which case you could go then into Oviraptor or even Pankratops if you wanted to. For this instance, I'd probably just go for Oviraptor just to get something started. Oviraptor's effect will trigger, Lost World's effect would trigger, letting you special summon a token on your opponent's side of the field. You can either search or dump a dinosaur to the grave. If anything, I'd probably just go for Giant Rex. That way, since we already have the Tyranno on board, that would be like the best way to go. Or if you wanted to, you can go Quatless, but we already, like I said, we already have Double Evolution Pills, so no need to waste the Quatless now. And just like that, your opponent can't really target any of your monsters now that he has a token. But if he gets rid of the token, like I said, you know, he could still get around it. But luckily for us, Lost World also weakens your opponent's monsters by 500 points. So, well, actually weakens all monsters that are not dinosaurs. So that's actually not too bad. So he does this thing, you know, we survive the turn, and boom, next turn you draw. Okay, Ash Blossom's not bad. I actually put my whole deck upside down. And at that point, you could just banish the 2 dinosaurs that are already in your grave, just to special summon the Tyranno, and then Giant Rex will special summon himself. Now, keep in mind, Dinosaurs doesn't always isn't able to spam out monsters all the time, especially if you're going first. This is where the deck's weakest at. It can't really go first. In fact, yesterday I was playing at my locals just for fun. Someone challenged me with his Sky Striker Lair deck, and he forced me to go first game 3, and it became a little tricky because, again, I'd rather go second with this deck. But anyway, the general idea is just try to get out that Tyranno as quickly as you can. Just try to add pressure to your opponent as much as possible. So, alright, let's shuffle everything back and then just kind of go for a second hand. And this time it'll be a going second hand. Because, again, I don't like going first. But if you do end up getting forced to go first, you're just going to have to, just pray that you can make it through, and, yeah, just, try to make a comeback as best as you possibly can. Alright. So let's see what our hand is going second now. Okay, Quatless. I don't like to see this opening hand at all, but if I can get 5 dinosaurs banished, then it might not be so bad. Okay, Miscellaneous Source. This becomes a little bit more promising. Tyranno. Fossil Deck. Okay, perfect. So we're already on the right track. And Foolish Burial. Okay, so there's actually a lot I can do with this hand just by itself, and I might potentially be able to get Quatless out correctly. So our opponent goes first, you know, he sets up a board. Doesn't really matter what the matchup is. The point is, I'm just showing you guys combos on how the deck actually plays. Alright, so it's our turn. We draw a card. Okay, we got Ash Blossom. It's actually not too bad. Actually, the other day, someone tried to hit me with the Artifact Engine. will try to shotgun me with the artifacts, with Artifact Sanctum. I just ashed the Sanctum and boom, I was good. Alright, so let's start with Fossil Dig. You know, since we already got Miscellaneousaurus, always got to go for that Oviraptor. Yeah. Alright, and then for Foolish Burial, you can pretty much just send Giant Rex now because he's already in the grave, so why not? So yeah, use Foolish Burial, send Giant Rex, and then let's see if I can find him. Here it is. Okay, perfect. Now you could have also searched out Pankratops, but again, like I'm just showing you guys like other ideas on how the deck plays. Because Pankratops to me is just a Cyber Dragon card that it's just a good way to deal with like floodgates and stuff. And again, just to pop problematic monsters. But again, depending on the matchup, will determine like how you really want to go about doing this. Next, you're going to go ahead and discard Miscellaneousaurus just so you can already have that built-in protection of the for your dinosaurs. So yeah, boom. All right. Next, you're going to go ahead and normal summon Soul Eating Oviraptor. And then if you wanted to, you could then, you know, add the Pankratops, since, you know, your opponent is most likely going to have more monsters than you do anyway. So it'd be a good way just to have a free body on board. So, like I said, it really wouldn't matter. So let's say your opponent had like, yeah, a full board of monsters. And then from there, you could just special summon Pankratops because, you know, your opponent will definitely, as long as you have less monsters than your opponent, he's just a free summon. Alright. Next, you could go ahead and use Miscellaneousaurus' effect if you wanted to, just to banish itself and a dinosaur from the grave, just so you can summon a level 2 dinosaur directly from your deck, in which case you can go for one of your babies. That way it's free pop fodder. Or if you want, you could just like link it off and then just make it a free material. Either way, but in this case we're actually going to go ahead and bring out Giant Rex from his effect. Oh, actually I don't know why that's going back to the grave. And then afterwards, what you could do actually is you can link off these two. Yeah, link off Oviraptor and Giant Rex. You can go Cyphering Lord Lambda or Pentastag. If anything, I'd probably go Pentastag more just because the fact... Actually, not Lambda, I got B-Cop. I don't know what I was thinking. If anything, yeah, I would just go to Pentastag. That way when I summon Tyranno, I could easily just, like, wipe out his board. I don't want to get rid of Giant Rex because, you know, his special summoning ability is a hard once per turn, but... Like I said, there's plenty of ways you can go about it. You could use Pankratops' effect if you wanted to, just to pop a monster on your opponent's side of the board. And then we're going to banish the Pankratops, the Soul-Eating Oviraptor, just to bring out Tyranno. Alright? And then lastly, you'd use Tyranno's effect to pop either Baby Ceratosaurus or Quatlus. It really wouldn't matter at this point, because Quatlus will then now get you instant access to your pills, so you could actually go with 2 Tyrannos. So let's do that. Let's go ahead and use Tyranno's effect to pop the Quatlus instead. You flip all your opponent's monsters face down if they can go face down. With links, of course, you still have to battle over them. In this case, with Quatlus, you can then search out your pill. We already have Ash, so we could just use that as our target. Activate pill, banish the Ash in our hand, plus the Quatlus that's in our grave. And yeah, just bring out the second copy of Tyranno. You could also go Pankratops too, so boom. And just like this, you could actually OTK your opponent. So, battle phase, you know, since all your opponent's monsters, whatever monsters are in face down, with this one, you wouldn't even have to send them to the grave. You could just do the piercing damage. And yeah, that's just a lot right there. And then you could attack directly with a Conductor Tyranno once you wipe out your opponent's entire board. And just like that, yeah, it's pretty good. And if your opponent still is still alive, but has very little life points, you could potentially just go main phase 2, go into Gustav Max, and just burn him for 2k. And you will most likely win just like that, because that's what this deck does. It's just like, it's an OTK strategy, and again, if they happen to survive 2 Tyrannos, which, whew, that would be luck, but again, you always have a backup strategy. So, yeah, it's a really funny deck. Well, that's all I got for you guys today. I hope you guys enjoyed this deck, or this combo video, I'm sorry. And as always, I will catch you guys again next time.